Hi everyone, today I'm introducing the Maoshan sect. Maoshan sect was located in Mao Mountains in Nanjing City. And this sect is a mixture of Taoism and the combination of Chinese black magic and witchcraft. It is divided into two groups. One is called the Maoshan Shangqing sect. The other one is the Southern Maoshan sect, which is founded in the southern part of China after Shangqing sect was made. The picture on the left is very first founder of the Maoshan Shangqing sect. She was born genius with strong memory skills and practiced Taoism since her childhood. And when she was in her 37 years old birthday, she saw the gods from the Taoism heavenly realm. And those gods passed on necessary spells and magic for her future preaching and the founding of her very own Shangqing sect. In 1834, when Wei accomplished her task in the human world, she flew to the heavenly realm as with the witness of all her students and families, and become immortal like all the 1,000 gods. And this becomes the final goal for everyone who practice Taoism. And the picture on the right is Yang Shihua, and he is the current leader of the Maoshan Shangqing sect. And he published multiple books about Taoism and poetry about Taoism. The tenet of Maoshan Shangqing sect was to use magic in goodwill and expel the ghosts and monsters that are hurting the mortals. However, the Southern Maoshan Shangqing sect was totally opposite. And before we talk about how the black magic and witchcraft are, we have to know the concept of yin and yang. The concept of this yin and yang was widespread in all indigenous Chinese religions and sects. This concept can apply on many things, such as 4 pillars of destiny, which is the precise time you're born, followed by the traditional Chinese calendar. And by calculating your 4 pillars of destiny, the person who practices Taoism can know how much yin or yang the day you're born are, or your soul are. And also the concept of 5 elements: the metal, the wood, the water, and fire and earth. These 5 elements have neutral force to each other's, and like wood can give birth to fire, but however, water can put off fire, and earth can bring birth to the wood, something like that. And now, the Chongqing boy in red was considered the most recent cases that we found of Maoshan Mountain, of people who use Maoshan sect to use black magic. And in Chongqing, China, this little boy was found dead in his home on the 13th birthday after his 13 years old birthday. The body was wearing red clothes on the top and her sister's swimsuit inside. On the top of the body, the boy was hanged from a wooden beam. However, the rope was attached to his hand instead of his neck. There are no trauma or injuries found on other parts of the body. Instead, there are a tiny pinhole on the boy's forehead, and his feet was tied up with 12 professional knots, like the picture on the right said, and with a specially made textured weight hanging under his feet, which is 1 kilogram. And after the police arrived, they have no clues at all which on this case, and refuse to investigate it further or even put this case on record. And this rituals was done with appropriate 5 elements. The woman being presented as wood, and the swimsuit represented as water, the red dress as fire. And and the weight underneath represent as the metal. The murder by using this way for capturing boys' spirits. And in Taoism beliefs, after one's death, the souls and spirits will rise to the sixth path incarnations. But however, by using this method, the boy's soul and spirits can never leave the body. And the murderer used silver needles to lead and extract the spirits out from the pimples on boy's forehead. And after that, the murder can process the spirits on a specially made containers or statue that is specially made from the temple. And most of the rituals and spells of the Maoshan sect needs to be cast on fulus. And fulu is a rectangular shaped paper with different colors. The symbols and words are different as well. And the paper is usually red, like the picture on the left and the right. And the Taoism master and Maoshan sect masters will write or paint different symbols and words in a strictly formulated way by using power of red zonovers or different materials. Master of the Maoshan Shangqing sect use food to attack, defend, or protect people from evil spirits. Some of the ritual requires special subjects' personal belongings or parts of the body, like hairs, nails, or even fingers. The one on the right, food is used for defending someone's luckiness from people who are trying to hurt that person. And the picture on the right, in the middle is some kind of worship foods for the god in the middle that's written, who is riding the tiger. And what is Maoshan sect so famous about is the ghost magic that those masters and apprentices can use. And the picture on the left is some kind of the body of a dead baby that is made with wolf's hair and nails. And on the right, you can see there are paper persons, fulus, and different materials that covered with red clothes. And everything is probably on red. And by using those materials, they can control the ghost on the right. On the left, the ghost and spirits are processed on this tiny body of this human being, and they can use this special way to boost someone's luckiness, and by defending someone's fate, or even guessing the lottery numbers in gambling. And there are also a good sorceries that can be used, not just hurting the people. And it seems like there are zombies in the middle of this white books, but however, this is called the body moving techniques. Many masters from Shangqing Maoshan sect was summoned by the civilians in the village, like soldiers whose home was from the south and eventually died in fighting the front line in the north. And the Chinese people believed in the whole body needs to be retrieved as for the greater goods of the dead people who died. And by using the zombies technique and the rituals, those masters can control this body, jumping and traveling with them from all the way from the north to their original home. And the current status of Maoshan sect. In these pictures, during World War II, many of the princes masters, teachers from Maoshan are fight bravely for in the invasion of Japanese people. And many of them was killed in the massacre of Nanjing. And all the temples was destroyed at that time. And many years later, the local, after the end of World War II and the development of the local government, the government was able to rebuild the entire temples. There are multiple temples in Maoshan Mountain. And in this picture, that's Laozi sitting in the very middle of the temple, which also is one of the very founders of the Maoshan Mountains. And also, Maoshan sect is known for its magic spells. Like there are founder spells, black eyes mantra, fire cloud mantra, purple darkness mantra, and green underworld mantras. And so far, Maoshan schools has become a 5A tourism attractions that accept all genders and peoples from different religious backgrounds and nationalities. Multiple restaurants and hotels are built for visitors and believers from all over the world, and it is not as creepy as what people think as in the old days. And thank you for listening.